So, well, man,
Gil, tell him, man.
let's talk about it, man. Sport parlays and entertainment. Lord Jesus.
Niggas out here fucking up 26 mil for 200,000. These niggas is crazy.
Boy, listen. I'm looking at this shit, boy. So, let me give the people the rundown already. Right? Let's get into it. Let's get into it. All right. I'm drunk and shit. Like, well, I'm not all the way drunk yet and shit, but this is Henny. This is not lean and none of no opiates or nothing like that. This is Henny and Red Bull.
Yeah, got
So,
the fucking
look.
coffee cup.
Yeah, you know that. Hey, this whole bitch empty. Put the whole.
Fuck it.
So look. So Chauncey Billups was arrested on Thursday, October 23rd, 2025, uh, as a result of a federal investigation into illegal gambling activities. Um, he was arrested at his home in Lake Oswego, Oregon. Shout out to Oregon. Billups was one of more than 30 people charged in connection with the federal gambling ring, right? So uh, he also there's accusations of him participating in rigged poker games. Following his arrest, Billups was taken to a U.S. courthouse in downtown Portland for a court appearance, and a federal indictment was unsealed in Brooklyn, New York. Shout out to Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying?
And
Uh,
everybody in MDC.
huh? Yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
going
That's
to MDC.
El Chapo, El Mayo, all these niggas, right?
Diddy. Nigga,
Yeah, that's
MDC gonna be like the
right.
motherfucking Grammys, nigga.
Everybody.
ESPY awards and
They
shit.
need a
Everybody
motherfucker.
gonna be at the fucking MDC.
Oh God, you ain't nobody if you don't go to NBC.
Nigga, R. Kelly been down there, nigga. You don't go to MDC, you ain't
That's a
been
fact.
nowhere, nigga. Your
Mel
case ain't
Murder,
big
all
enough.
the niggas, like
Your
shit,
case ain't
everybody.
big enough. You ain't been to MDC, nigga.
Word. Uh, so the charges include wire fraud, conspiracy, and money laundering conspiracy. All right. Let's see. At the time of his arrest, Billups, we all know, was the head coach of the Portland Trailblazers, and he was placed on immediate leave by the NBA. I heard without pay. Now, multiple Italian organized crime groups, specifically four of the five notorious New York Mafia families, were involved in the whole rigged poker game that led to the arrest of Chauncey Billups. Uh, that being the Genovese crime family, the Gambinos, the Bonanos, and the Lucchese. The Colombos stayed out of that shit. Them niggas must have seen the writing on the wall. They said, nah, we ain't fucking with that. Them niggas hot. You know what I'm saying? Uh, these groups are part of a broader La Cosa Nostra network, and allegedly they back and control the portion of the underground poker games and all that shit or whatever. They're accused of taking a cut of the profits and shit by enforcing debt through intimidation and using sophisticated technologies such as the X-ray poker table they talked about and the manipulated shuffle machines. And they were cheating like the victims out of millions of dollars and all this shit, right? Around they say that the entire ring, at least from the time of the investigation, they say that they hit niggas for like $7 million. Yeah. Now, Chauncey Billups and another former NBA player, Damon Jones, were allegedly the face card of the whole scheme. using their celebrity status to, lure the unsuspecting wealthy victims into the whole like rigged game. Now, Chauncey Billups faces up to like 20 years for each of the racketeering charges. And a lot of people were saying that, oh, he's going to get life and all of that. But you only get life if one of the underlying charges in the conspiracy carry a life sentence. So, like, if you got caught with a significant amount of drug that put you in the federal guidelines and shit to get a life sentence, then you're going to get that. If you commit murder in furtherance of the racketeering and shit, then you can get life for that as well. And that can lead to, you getting that elbow if you get convicted. So the whole, the financial side of it is like, aside from him fucking, how much you say he got? Well, he fucked up. What was his bag? Yo. Oh, I don't know what about. Hold on a second. Lost my nigga World Pass. Hold up. There you go. Oh,
That nigga fucked up 20. That nigga fucked up 26 mil, man.
26. So he get 26 mil a year, right? So peep this shit. The government can actually seize any assets that were acquired and used in the conspiracy, right? And they can start doing this shit before the federal trial even starts, just to make sure that, niggas don't go and try to hide the assets and everything before they get seized. So now it's like, yo, he done already fucked up the 26 million. Peep this shit. He faces up to a fine of $250,000 for each charge. So he got two. So that's $250,000 out the gate, right? Or they could sentence this nigga to pay double whatever the gross profit was from the whole scheme. Now, remember I said, well, niggas said they ran up $7 million.
Shit,
So he
could pay that.
Bro, so not only did you potentially fuck up 20, well, you definitely fucked up 26 million. But
that's over.
Not only did you fuck that shit up, bro, but now you then sat here and potentially might have to pay upward of $14 million. So between $500,000 and $14 million, you're gonna have to pay these damn people. And you didn't even get all of that, because the mob got they.
Yeah, you ain't even touch that. You got the shit off the table here this morning.
Yo, that shit is like crazy, my nigga. So,
but shit, nigga, that 14 mil ain't gonna do nothing to that nigga. He getting 26 mil a year. That nigga pay that with that little fucking year right there.
Yeah, but look,
that's if they decide to give it to him, because the NBA done took that. They wasn't gonna get paid, but then them niggas stopped that shit. They said, "Fuck that, we ain't giving them niggas nothing." Hold on. We give you this shit. We give you this shit after the investigation. They put that shit in escrow for them niggas after the investigation. So after the investigation, they still might not get that shit.
Yeah, like they might find some loophole, especially if they're not gonna hire niggas back. You know what I'm saying? Also, the nigga might have to pay restitution. You know what I mean, to the niggas who actually took an L.
Yeah, he might have that 26 mil might be 2 mil by the time they finish with his ass.
Yeah. But wait, I'm gonna tell you how gangster this shit get though, right? If that ain't mafia enough with all the New York crowd, right? Like, hold up. Not only the Chauncey Billups nigga got a connection to 4 of the 5 families in like the New York mafia and shit, but he's also connected to the Black mafia family, right?
This nigga mobbed up.
Yeah, so this nigga connection to BMF is through a nigga named Eric Spook Ernest, right? He's from St. Louis. So we all know, anybody who follow anything about BMF, or if you follow my channel and you seen like the, you know, the stories I've done, like, you know, on the mob and all that shit with Blue Da Vinci, and even I told y'all the story about how, you know, I was in Atlanta and I ain't even know I was selling some shit that came from them niggas until this nigga Wolf get clipped. So this nigga, so you know, the whole St. Louis faction, J-Bo, the nigga Magic, you know, all that shit. Even you know, it's a clip I covered where I spoke about when they were talking about the Moors out there and how they got that shit wrong, because Meech and them, by the time them niggas got to St. Louis, them niggas was off the streets. They was already indicted and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Them niggas wasn't dealing with that. And also, them niggas was from the north side, like the this shit called Prove It I Go and shit. I got a Mafia material documentary and shit coming on Jerry Lewis Bay. You know what I mean? And the Moorish Science Temple and shit, at least his faction of it, you know, and all that. So yeah, y'all can stay tuned. But not only is he connected to that nigga, but they said there's a picture out there. I ain't get to pull it up yet, but there was a picture out there of him with BMF co-founder Harry Southwest T. Flannery. You know what I mean? Who, for those of y'all who don't know, co-founded the whole BMF organization with his brother Demetrius Big Meat Flannery, and both of them niggas is out on the streets now. You know, Terry did 15 of his 30. He doing the rest of that shit on house arrest. You know what I mean, and whatnot. And you know, Meats is out here. He's still halfway housing it. He should be good like by January. You know what I mean, and all this shit out there. And you know, they just put the shit out there, whatever, about you know, with 50 and shit, you know, speaking on the whole BMF shit being canceled and whatnot. So yeah, that's what's going on with Chauncey Billups, man. This nigga in the mix.
Chauncey Billups mobbed up.
Big mafia. You understand what I'm saying? Like, for real. But yeah, man, I don't know.
He felt like he was untouchable.
Yeah, that nigga, bro. They said
X-ray tables and shit. Them niggas had the grand scheme going on.
And look, it make perfect sense that he know T, right? Cause here's the thing. If you remember when they caught that nigga T, right? They caught him in a spot and he was gambling. Like, that's how they found all that money and shit. And I think they had like some bricks or some shit up there, like in the attic or some crazy shit. These niggas just up there doing some, you know, real El Chapo shit, having a good old time. Gambling, blowing that money, blowing money fast.
Doing what they saying they do.
You said what?
Them niggas doing what they saying they doing.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hey, listen, man. I was living in Atlanta, like I said, I went out there, cause I gave a nigga, you know, I told you a story. I gave a nigga the money for the bus ticket, and then like 7 months later, the nigga pulled up on me. He got Maserati and shit,
Yeah.
and he's like, yo, come to Atlanta, and he like, yo, I'll give you $6 if you come to Atlanta. I'm like, nigga, you ain't got no $6. I just had to give this nigga 300. Like, he asked me for $100 to get on the bus. I gave the nigga 3. Like, nigga, don't get down there and just have, you know, a ticket stub, you know what I'm saying, in Atlanta and shit. So the nigga, like, I'm down there, I'm seeing this shit, bro. Honestly, I had already been to Houston and seen like the nigga Slim Thug in the mall and all that shit. So I know that like niggas down south will go and get that independent money and look like, you know, they Puff Daddy in the city. You feel me? So I ain't think nothing of it when the nigga had the billboard and all of that shit. So, like I said, when the nigga Wolf got killed, the nigga called me. I was staying so by this time my mom had moved out there, but she wasn't in Atlanta. She was in like Snellville, like Gwinnett County.
Yeah.
So niggas called me and they're like, yo, bro, you're not gonna believe who got hit up. So I'm like, who? So I'm thinking it's somebody that be with us.
Yeah.
So he's like, yo, that nigga Wolf. I'm like, Wolf, like, whoa, Wolf. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we knew a Wolf from Queens. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nah, bro. I was like, what the fuck? I said, out here? I said, how the fuck that nigga out here and he don't call nobody? And you know what I'm saying? Like, knowing that niggas is out here. So he like, nah, bro, Diddy Wolf. So I'm like, wow, who the fuck got the drop on that nigga? Because you know that nigga get busy.
Yeah.
So he like, yo, the mob, he's the yo, them black mafia niggas. The first thing pop in my head, bro, is Philly, right? So I'm like, damn, that's them Philly niggas out here too. Cause the whole funny shit about that whole time in Atlanta, bro, was how many niggas I met that weren't from Atlanta. Like all these niggas someplace else. New York, you know what I mean? Naturally, Detroit niggas. And I ain't even put the Detroit shit together, but I looked at it like this. I knew Ludacris was originally from Chicago, right? So it's like niggas from the Midwest, maybe they still got family down here, however that shit work. You know what I mean? So, you know, he started breaking it down like, yo, bro, he said, nah, nigga, he said the BMF niggas. I said the record label niggas. So he said, yeah, but bro, he said, that's who the shit come from. The shit I was going down there for. So I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I said, so the niggas with the braids and shit that be up there rapping and shit. I said, so them niggas got it. Bro, after that, fast forward like 3 months later, Smack DVD, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then at this time, Jeezy coming out, right? Now, here's the funny shit about Jeezy, right? I get the streets is watching mixtape out there. So this is before Trap or Die. And what's funny about the whole Jeezy shit is that this is the project that fucked around and sold like they moved like 400,000 through the streets. You know what I'm saying? So they said Trap or Die only moved 150,000 or whatever, but I know through the bootleg, nigga, that's probably just the official number. I know through the bootleg shit, it's probably a million plus, nigga. But here's the funny shit about
double platinum in the street.
Yeah, hell yeah, nigga. That shit might be diamond in the street. There's some nigga that's diamond in the street, bro.
Word, that's a fact.
Like if niggas had a way to really calculate all that shit and get this, like it's some nigga that diamond in the street. Like if the whatever that shit is, the RCAA, whatever the fuck that track all that shit.
RAA.
Yeah, if they were tracking like what them Africans were moving, they owe niggas a different kind of bag.
Oh, niggas a whole different bag.
For real. So the crazy shit was that I got the streets watching shit. Now here's the funny shit. I come back up to New York. I'm still down in Atlanta and shit, but I come up to New York in 2003 for a record game. I'm just like, yo, I'm fucking with some Atlanta niggas, some niggas from Texas, Louisiana and shit. So I bring them niggas up there to like see the record game for the first time. And that's kind of how I started the whole little rap group, but that's a whole nother story and shit. But nigga, I go up there and they're actually handing out the streets is watching mixtape. You know what I mean? But nobody fucking with it. I remember niggas thinking that it was Jadakiss because it's like the nigga had the hat. Nigga. Yeah, but no, look, he had a hat on, right? So all you really saw was the bottom of the nigga face. And he kind of just looked like Kiss or whatever. So everybody thought like, yo, is this Kiss and shit? And so like niggas kept the shit, put it in their back pocket, couldn't listen to it until they got in the car at the crib. This is 03, nigga. So I don't pay that shit no mind. So like a couple months later, I come back up and then I'm playing the Jeezy shit. Particularly, it was a freestyle. I can't remember what beat it was over, but then it was another song with Air Forces and the song Over Here with Bun B. And I remember playing this shit for the niggas because I had seen these niggas in the club. Now I know what's up. Like the whole wolf shit that happened, everything, right? So the whole crazy shit is like, bro, why? Like I come up and I'm telling you, like, yeah, bro, this nigga Jeezy, he talking that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like this is really what's going on in the streets of Atlanta. And I'm just able to accept it as a New York nigga because I'm living down there and I'm seeing how the streets is moving. So I know this nigga is talking some real shit.
Yeah.
Niggas is like, oh, bro, them down south niggas is changing you. Nigga, it's the corny shit you listening to, all this shit, right? But Trap or Die drop with the DVD and shit, right? And then, you know, BMF and been on Smack and all this other shit. I come back to New York. Boy, it's Jeezy Mania. Like, I still had the little room I was renting on 146th Street between Broadway and Riverside, right across the street from where Luca Brasi had the little Taliban shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I go over there, like, you know, they selling all the t-shirts, but all the little hood spot got the Snowman shirt. Niggas is bumping Soul Survivor, you know what I'm saying? All that shit going crazy. So I'm like, damn, this was just a nigga that a year ago or 6 months to a year ago, niggas the yeah, like I come back, oh man, this nigga lit in the city, man. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, like New York niggas is like trap this, trap that. You know what I mean? Like probably never seen a real Southern trap setup. You know what I mean? Like type shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, dog, like that shit crazy though, that nigga Chauncey, you know, and then this nigga T, bro, not for nothing, you know, like T always talked about how Meech, you know, was super loud and, you know, all in the mix and making shit hot, right? But when you really look at T shit, T the nigga with the like 900 hours of wiretap conversation.
Yeah, he the one on the phone and everything, doing all the fucking talking.
Yeah. Bro, T the nigga that tied into the Jam Master J shit. His name coming up in that. And now he tied to a nigga that tied into this whole shit, and we know this nigga gamble. Bro, he's such a gambler. Like 50% of the time we seen this nigga in the series, like the nigga that's playing him, Da Vinci, whatever. And that shit funny. Cause his name Da Vinci, is nigga Blue Da Vinci is in the But it's like every time we seen this nigga, he had a crap table or some shit. Like he literally gambling to get the re-up money back.
Yeah.
And now they got this shit out there now, whatever, that he tried to put a hit on, that he put a hit on Meech.
Yeah, they've been saying that. I'm done with that.
So, you know, that whole situation when they talked about J-Bo, I think it was the situation. Nah, it wasn't. J-Bo didn't do it. T walked up in J-Bo crib, allegedly. Well, I mean, that's a limitation body over that. But I'm just saying, supposedly the story goes, T walked up in J-Bo's crib or wherever J-Bo was at, and I guess they had words, and T licked a shot up in the air. And that right there, like, you know, J-Bo would meet number 2 and shit. That was the nigga that opened up that whole St. Louis pipeline and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That nigga Cuffy talking some bullshit. You know what I mean? Like I did a whole piece on that shit, like him and the chick Tammy Cowens and all that shit. You know about all that shit?
Yeah. We're going to get into that shit one day.
Yeah. But yeah, man, but Chad, son, that's what's going on with this nigga Chauncey Billups, man. That's pretty much our show today or whatever.